In this problem, we're going to take a look at the permutations rule again, but now some items are identical to others. So it says a classic counting problem is to determine the number of different ways that the letters of recommend can be arranged. Find that number. So we want to find out how many ways can we rearrange the letters in recommend. So now notice that some of the letters are identical to each other. So that's going to have an effect on how many total number of ways that we can rearrange this. Let me open up my whiteboard. Okay, there we go. So first thing we have to do is we have to count how many letters are there total in recommend. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 letters in total. So we're going to have 9 factorial in the numerator. And now in the denominator, we have to check to see which letters are repeated and how many times they are repeated. So if I take a look at E is repeated twice. So I'm going to have to divide 9 factorial by 2 factorial. Now how many other letters are repeated? I can see M is also repeated twice. So I'm going to divide this by another 2 factorial. Now does it look like any of the other letters are repeated? Looks like that's it. So now this is something that we have to do by hand. Let me work this out down below so we have more room. Now 9 factorial, this is really 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And now each one of these 2 factorials, this is 2 times 1, and then the other 2 factorials also 2 times 1. So now what I could do here is I could actually simplify this a little bit. Okay. So I have a 2 in the denominator. Since these are factors because they're being multiplied. I have the 2 in the denominator, I have another 2 in the numerator. I could cancel those out. Another thing that I can do, I could cancel out this 2 with this 4. But now I have to replace the 4 by 2. So 2 goes into 2 once, there's like a 1 right here, and then 2 goes into 4 twice. So that's why I have that 2 above the 4. So now we could go ahead and we could use our calculator, we could multiply this out. So now all I have to do is multiply out the numerator, because the denominator I just have 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. If I divide anything by 1, I get the same number. So just worry about the numerator. I have 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 2 times 3 and times 1. This gives us 90,720. This is the total amount of ways that we could rearrange recommend. So let's go ahead and type that in, make sure that we got it correct. 90,720, and we got it correct.